Alright, what it do? What it do? Still with the camp. Shine like a lamp. Big boss hog. Bossed out. K-Po through the door. Hit a talk this boxer. Forget my soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. Good people do not officer. Caught them in the fight. I may be mad at a peak game. Peak game. 84 on what's one. Alright. We clutched out. You know what we're talking about. I told you I'm working. Eddie Hearn is a lazy promoter. Okay. It's something I want to talk about because, you know, I did a video on this channel talking about Boots Ennis. He's made bad business move. And, you know, somebody wrote an essay. Oh, Eddie Hearn is made. He's done nothing but put Boots in main events. He's main evented. He didn't main event on PBC. He didn't even main event on PBC. So, blah, blah, blah. Look, let me tell you something, pimp. All right? Matter of fact, you ain't a pimp. You're a simp. Let me tell you something. Okay? When Boots was fighting on PBC, was he main eventing? No. But he was looked at as a boogeyman when he was on PBC, right? He goes over there, signs with Eddie Hearn, right? And now he looked like he ducking smoke, right? He was linked to Virgil Ortiz, they say he ducked, right? The racist fight, they say he ducked that one too, right? So now he looking like food. Everybody want to fight him now. You got Devin Haney talking about his daddy talking about, oh, I want to put Devin Haney in there with Boots. Boots Ennis. I think, yeah, don't be surprised. You know, we might beat him too. You feel what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of buffoonery going on, bro. And I just want y'all to understand Eddie Hearn is doing lazy promoting. Let's analyze it. We're gonna use Boots, right? Since, you know, y'all like to highlight Boots. Y'all say he headlined. Where did he headline at? In his hometown, in Philadelphia. Okay? That's lazy promoting. Why? Because you already know he got his hometown on lock. Right? He got his hometown on lock. What you do as a promoter, if you got a fighter like Boots, you take him to another city. Right? Right? And I'm not talking about within the East Coast. Because, right, you could take him to New York. That's all that's connected to each other up there. Right? You know, New Jersey, Philly, New York, all that's right there. You feel me? What they call it, the tri-state, whatever it's called, I don't remember. All I'm saying at the end of the day is all of that is connected. It's lazy promoting. Bob Arum did that with Terry Crawford. We're going to keep putting him in Omaha, Nebraska. Shakur Stevenson, we're going to keep putting him in Newark. Keyshawn Davis, we're going to keep putting him in Norfolk. Like, it's lazy promoting. You know what I'm saying? They not out here really, like, promoting and putting their legwork in, trying to market their fighter, trying to get their fighter to get different fans. That's what you do as a promoter. You put them in different markets and market them in that market, right? So if I was Boots promoter, he gonna fight in Texas. He gonna fight in LA. He gonna fight in Vegas. He gonna fight wherever. You know what I mean? All right, cool. We fought you over here. Hey, we're gonna take you to the UK now. You gonna fight in England. You know what I mean? You gonna fight in Australia. If it's a big fight over there, we're gonna take you over there. That's how you promote your fighter. That's what you do. You give him the platform. You give him the background as far as marketing him. You do the legwork as a promoter. He's not doing the legwork. So that's why Boots, everybody know Boots can fight, right? We're not sitting there saying he can't fight. But what we're saying is his stock has took a hit because of the fact that he's done lazy promoting with him. He's making Boots look like he ducking smoke, right? That's what it is. We just being real. That's the way it's looking. I'm not sitting here saying Boots is ducking smoke. But what I'm saying is that's how it looks, right? What has he done to enhance Shakur Stevenson's career? Don't worry, I'll wait. What has he done to make these guys into mega superstars? Nothing. If anything, he's got them to get with Turk, and Turk giving them the money, but that's it. He's not doing nothing else. He ain't doing nothing where you be like, you know what, bro? He's taking this dude and I told y'all he wasn't gonna do that. I said, bro, this is a bad move by Boots. I said, because what has he done? What has Eddie Hearn done to help enhance, an American fighter to superstardom? Nothing. So I'm not trying to hear that stuff, bro. He does lazy promoting. I'ma stand on that, bro. You gotta understand, as a promoter, when you got these fighters, you gotta put in the work, right? He'll do that for them UK guys, but that's because he know what to do. He don't know what to do in this market. He don't know how to market the American fighter. He don't know how to do that. He know how to do that with them UK guys. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go above and beyond for them. But even in with that, like, I don't know the UK like that. So I don't know, if he doing lazy promoting over there. I don't know that. I'm not finna hold you. I can sit there and say, hey, man, he doing lazy promoting over there too. But I don't know that because I don't know the market. So I'm not finna sit here and speak on something that I don't have no knowledge of. I don't know the landscape, but I know the landscape of America. And what I know over here is, you can't keep putting a guy in his hometown thinking that, oh, yeah, man, they gonna come out and support him. You know what I mean? They gonna come out and support the dude in his hometown. But a real promoter gonna push this dude across, here. Hey, Texas. Hey, this. Hey, that. This, that, and the third. He's not gonna make his fighter look like he ducking smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, he making it look like Boots is avoiding fights. Listen to what he said. I mean, we offered him so-and-so, but, Boots decided to turn it down. He didn't want that fight. You don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, I'm going to do anything to protect my fighter and make my fighter look like, you know what I mean? If they come to me and be like, hey, this, that, third, hey, man, look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about that, and I'm not finna talk about it. Next question. I'm leaving it like that. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But I'm just saying, if he my fighter, what we gonna do is, I'm gonna market this dude the right way. We gonna fight the best fights. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And as a promoter, if you want your fighter to fight these tough fights, it's up to you to persuade him to fight these fights. It's up to you to be like, you know what, Boots, I think this is a good fight. Or Shakur, I think this is a good fight to take right now because of this. Financially, this, that, and the third. You have to present the financials to your fighter. And it's up to the fighter to be like, you know what, let's do it. Right? That's how you do it. Not only the financials, how this will boost, how you would gain more fans, right? Why do you think, like, when you look at PBC, right? When they got a black fighter, they always had them fight these Hispanic dudes, right? Hispanic dudes be good fighters. But what do these Hispanic dudes have behind them? A whole country. So that gets you to generate more fans, right? When Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia, which was, I on the surface level, I thought that was career suicide for Mike Garcia. But I understood the move. Mike Garcia has a lot of Hispanic fans, right? Texas got a lot of Hispanics in it, right? So Errol Spence, how they probably pitched the idea is you're going to make this amount of money, you're going to gain this amount of fans, this can help your profile and build it more as a fighter. These are the things that, but he ain't thinking like that. He ain't probably presented to Boots like that. So all I'm saying at the end of the day is like all this, Eddie Hearn is just lazy. Eddie Hearn is thriving right now because he's the youngest out of all the promoters, right? Oscar De La Hoya getting older. Al Heyman older, right? Bob Arum, I think that boy almost a hundo. You know what I'm saying? We're in the era of laziness. Think about it. The kid's lazy. You literally can get anything you want to your phone. You feel me? You look at your phone. I want this. You go to a restaurant. We're in the era of laziness. Nobody want to put in that work no more. Everybody wants stuff handed to them that right then and there. You know what I'm saying? It's laziness, bro. And as a promoter, you got to promote your fighter, bro. You got to do everything you can to get this guy to fight whatever fight you're going to fight. You know what I mean? But you have to do the financials. It has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything got to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, that's just real talk. If we fight, this is gonna probably, this dude got this going on for himself. You'll be able to capture these amount of fans from, you know, if you were able to do this, then the third. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Now, of course, there's some fights where you just gonna have to just fight. We're gonna keep it 1,000. There's some fights you just gonna have to just get to it. You know what I mean? Especially if it's beef and animosity. Like, man, we a damn amount of money. Like, it's about respect right here. You know what I mean? And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, there's some fights you just gonna have to do what you gotta do. But, you know, the lazy promoting, bro. Like, I told y'all we're gonna keep it 1,000, man. You know, Eddie Hearn is a lazy promoter, and that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So boys need to get their mind right. You know, when you come over here, you know, when I say stuff about Boots made bad business deals, that's what I'm talking about. All this stuff about y'all looking at stuff on the surface level of, oh, he had 2 main events. Yeah, he had 2 main events, but where was the main events at? And who was he fighting? He ain't fight nobody better. Truthfully, the guys he was fighting on PBC was better than the 2 dudes he fought on the main events. But because he was in a main event, that means he's doing better because he's in a main event. And in those 2 fights, people still was looking at Boots like, you looking average. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what y'all think. Boss gone.